Mr. Rodriguez, and I'm holding up my copy of 1984. And as you can see how old it is. And the copyright, let's see, there's the copyright in here. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Okay, no, it's giving the old copyright. But basically, this book is this copy I have is over 20 years old. I read it in high school and in college. So why am I talking about 1984? Well, well today, or was it yesterday? Anyway, there's a guy who wrote an article going how the Biden administration can help solve our reality crisis. He actually calls for a reality czar. And when you read this, it just screams to you 1984, the Ministry of Truth. That's why that's what I brought this up here when it's just for a reference page. It goes, yes, the primary function of the Ministry of Truth is to construct lies that fit with the government's current interpretation of reality. Winston's job is to rewrite historical news so that anyone who chooses to check will see that, for instance, they have always been at war with East Asia. And that's when I heard about this article, that's exactly what I thought about. I'm just thinking, so if we have the government telling us, if they're the arbiters of truth, then, it's, to me, here's the problem. He's calling, this guy Kevin Roose is calling for the Biden administration to combat misinformation or disinformation. And it's sick. It's sick. Look, listen, no, it's no news that I voted for Trump. Would I trust a Trump administration with this? No, not at all. Because this is the whole thing. It doesn't matter who's president. It doesn't matter who's in control of the government. You allow this stuff, it will be manipulated. It's manipulated now. There was an article talking about how there's no conservative bias in social media, which is nonsense. It's nonsense. It's like my Facebook page. I have 100 followers on my Facebook page. And I'm banned from promoting my page because I shared a Fox News article that at the time was quote unquote fact-checked fake news, when now, I think the Atlantic even wrote an article about how it's possible that this could have, that COVID could have escaped from a lab. That was my, that's, I'm not saying, the Chinese government released it on purpose. I doubt it. I'm just saying that it's possible it was created in a lab and then it escaped. And what we're seeing now is the reason why we should not be manipulating these viruses even in a lab, because this is what can happen. Or these labs need to have fail-safe devices that really, I can't even begin to imagine. But look, this is what we went through for us on the right, for us libertarians, Republicans, that we saw this stuff for 8 years when Obama was president. And it's like the media loved this guy. They loved him. Same way they say we love Trump. They loved Obama. And like I said, as much as I voted for, as much as I wanted Trump to win, I would have never been okay with this. Never been okay with this. And people go, oh, you're just saying that now because Trump's not president anymore. No. It's a matter of principle. You cannot allow the government to be the arbiter of truth. Because, this is what happens when they control everything. You could go back to 1984 and read it. It shouldn't be a blueprint. It should be a warning. And that's what the Ministry of Truth, and that's what this guy is calling for. This guy's calling for, let's see where it's here. Just want to get to it. So I called a number of experts and asked what the Biden administration could do to fix our truth-challenged information ecosystem. And the experts agree that before the Biden administration can tackle disinformation and extremism, it needs to understand the scope of the problem. And here's calling for, basically they're trying to make the January 6th equivalent to 9/11, which is ridiculous. Was it ugly and evil what happened? Yes. But is it the same level of 9/11? No. There was no danger to these people, no real danger to these people. There was an overthrow of the government wasn't going to happen. But, that sort of disinformation is allowed to be disseminated, but, contradictory evidence. Let's see, hopefully I don't get a strike for this video for contradicting that. So here, appoint a reality czar. Several experts I spoke with recommend that Biden administration put together a cross-agency task force to tackle disinformation and domestic extremism, which would be led by something like a reality czar or Ministry of Truth. Huh? Is that what you want? It's scary. It's sick. And this is what happens. For 4 years, this is what I told people. I didn't care that the media was hard on Trump. I just wanted, when the next president came, for them to be as hard as they are on him. Could you imagine if one of the press secretaries of Trump would have said, yeah, I'll have to get back to you with an answer. Circle back. They would have been like, they would have been criticizing them. Oh, they're unprepared for the meeting, for the press conference. What are they there for? Blah, 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 blah. And that's the double standard. So, if we're gonna, this is just sick. You can't have the government do this stuff. And it doesn't matter whether you're a Republican or whether you're a Democrat, independent, libertarian, whatever party you belong to, this should frighten you. It shouldn't matter what side of the aisle you're on, because this is some scary stuff. And like I said, all I wanted was once Trump was done with his presidency, for the media to keep being as hard as you are but you see the softball questions this administration gets asked. You see how they're saying, oh, we could take a vacation because truth is back. BS. Every administration lies. It's just the fact that when it comes to accepting the lies, they're much more accepting of lies when it comes to the people that they like, or if they like what they're doing. So give you an example. So when Trump bombed Syria, that's when the media was like, it's the first time you hear the media go, whoa, is Trump being presidential? Yeah, when he's bombing countries, that's presidential. That's why they helped Bush get us into war in Iraq, was because they like war. The media likes war as much as as the left used to be anti-war. They like they like war. It makes the media money because they get they get their 24/7 news coverage of a war that they get to then they get to sell ads, they get to get clicks on their articles, on their social media. This is it's the it's bleeds, it leads. That's how it works. It's the head of the story. So whatever's not good for the country is great for the media. It's great for social media. You get people, let's get the hate going. It's the 2 minute of hate. It's the 2 minutes of hate. Anyone who's read 1984 will get that reference. And it's what's fueling the country right now. You go on each side, you get the rage bait of each side. And when this guy wrote that article, I don't understand, what he was thinking. So, like I said, either side of the aisle you're on, you have to fight this stuff. This can't, we can't allow the government to do this stuff. I don't care if you I don't care if you like Biden and you liked Obama and you hated Trump, or if you like Trump and you hated Obama and you hate Biden. It doesn't matter. This stuff needs to be fought. Plain and simple. So, well, I don't, I wish I could be more eloquent with my words to get people to understand how dangerous and how scary this is. But it's terrifying, and people, we have to take a stand. This is where, this is where we have to go. Look, listen, you just crossed the line. If you even think about doing this, we left, right, we need to unite and go, no, enough is enough. And then this is where we got to go. Look, you guys are taking it too far. But, let me know what you think. Hopefully, if you agree, like my video. If you don't, tell me why you disagree. But it's my thoughts, my opinions. That's how I feel. And so I said, subscribe if you like my content, either on YouTube or Rumble, or eventually I'll put this in other platforms as well. So have a good one.